everyone, welcome back to my channel. First off, before we even get into the video, please ignore the absolute, oh my god, I don't even want to show y'all, the absolute mess that's behind me. I have started the process of packing because I'm moving in January, so it's just a disaster behind me. And I was trying to figure out where to film this intro, and literally every room in my apartment is just looks like a tornado ran through it. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with the mess, okay? I'm moving, nobody judge me. Like, I have tons of packing materials just like all over the floor behind me. I've emptied out a lot of my cabinets that I never use, like all my junk drawers and stuff. There's just things everywhere, okay? It's chaotic here. But anyways, this weekend I am doing a little cozy weekend readathon with my Patreon, and I've been so excited for this. I created this little challenge map, and like the theme of the readathon is that we're having a tea party, and in order to attend the tea party you have to collect some items by completing challenges on the map. So you kind of like pick your starting point on the map. You can either choose 5-star prediction or cozy book, and then you go up to join a reading sprint, and then you can either go to read a romance or read a novella. I think I'm gonna aim to do all of the challenges, but since it was just a weekend readathon, I didn't want to do too many challenges. But yeah, I made this little map. I'm very impressed with myself because I have like no artistic ability, and I made this completely on Canva. I think next time we do one of these, I would commission an artist to like draw a map for me to get like exactly what I was envisioning in my head. But you know what? With my limited Canva abilities, I think I did pretty good. So yeah, here is my TBR, what I'm planning on reading. Even though I knew the end by C.L. Polk, that is going to be my novella. The Seventh Bride by T. Kingfisher is going to be my 5-star prediction. Legends and Lattes is my cozy book. That's obviously a reread. And then Undeniable by Melanie Harlow is my romance book. So I feel like I could get to all of these this weekend. They're all kind of shorter books. But yeah, I'm so excited. I've literally been looking forward to this weekend all month. And this morning I did go out and get a Starbucks drink. Okay, so I've been trying to perfect the perfect chestnut praline latte because chestnut praline is my favorite holiday drink, but I like it better when it's iced because I'll do like the vanilla cold foam, and then it's like the perfect amount of sweetness and then like toasted nuttiness with the chestnut praline. It's great. But when you get a hot chestnut praline, it just doesn't have the same vibe. So I've been trying to get the flavor of the iced chestnut praline drink in a hot drink, and I think I've cracked the code. I think I've figured out what gives it the perfect like sweetness to chestnut praline ratio. So okay, I got a venti chestnut praline latte with blonde espresso. I always get blonde espresso at Starbucks. I think it tastes better. And then I also made it a triple, so I added an extra shot of espresso. And then 4 pumps of chestnut praline syrup. It normally comes with 5, so I took 1 off. And then I added 3 pumps of sugar cookie syrup, and it's so good. I think I cracked it. I think I did. It just tastes like the perfect Christmas cookie drink. So at noon, I'm doing sprints on my Patreon, so I need to decide what book I'm going to start with. And I think I'm gonna start Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk. I think that this is the shortest of the 4 books, but this sounds so good. It's a sapphic period piece with mystery, intrigue, romance, and magic. An exiled woman who sold her soul to save her brother's life is offered one last job before serving an eternity in hell. When she turns it down, her client sweetens the pot by offering up a one payment she can't resist, the chance to have a future where she grows old with the woman she loves. To succeed, she is given 3 days to track down the White City vampire, Chicago's most notorious serial killer. If she fails, only hell and heartbreak await. Does that not sound amazing? And the audiobook is only 3 hours and 51 minutes. I definitely will be able to read that quickly. This one also could be like kind of my 5-star prediction. I feel like this book could fit for any of the challenges. Like, it has romance in it. It kind of sounds like cozy vibes. It's a 5-star prediction, and it's a novella. So like this one book sums up all the challenges. So I'm gonna start that right now. I'm not going on sprints for like an hour and a half, so I can at least get like a good ways into it before I go on sprints. So I'm starting my sprints in 20 minutes. And let's see, I am 64% into Even Though I Knew the End. I have 25 minutes left of the audiobook, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really reminding me of, what's it called? The Library of the Unwritten. It has those vibes. Basically, the main character kind of gets stuck in the middle of this battle with angels and demons. She had sold her soul to the devil to save her brother's life, to bring her brother back from death, but that was like a huge sin. So she's been exiled by her community of people, and now this devil that she's working for has given her the opportunity to get her soul back if she tracks down this serial killer who is killing people who have sold their souls right before the devil is able to claim them and like take them to hell. So yeah, like I said, there's angels and there's demons. It very much has those similar vibes of the Library of the Unwritten, so I feel like if you liked that series, you will also like this. So yeah, I'm gonna start my sprints, and I definitely will be able to finish this during the first sprint because I only have 25 minutes left, and then I'll have to pick something else to read. I'm not sure what I will read after that. I finished Even Though I Knew the End, and I really loved it. I feel like it was the perfect length, like just a quick novella, but it really was like, it did a good job at developing the world with these angels and demons and this sort of like secret brotherhood of magic. And I remember it from the other C.L. Polk book that I read, Witchmark. I feel like she does a good job at like blending historical time periods with fantasy and magic, because that one was like an Edwardian setting. Not gonna lie, I almost shed a tear at the end when you find out the meaning of the title. Ugh, so cute. I feel like this kind of felt like mixing the Library of the Unwritten and then This Is How You Lose the Time War. Like if you combined elements of both of those books, I feel like that's what this book was. And it was so good. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I would love to read a sequel of these characters again, but it was great. Definitely recommend it. So I put up a poll during my sprint on what book I should start next. Either Legends and Lattes, which like I said is a reread, or The Seventh Bride. And let's see, 58% voted for Legends and Lattes. So I'm going to start this, which I'm excited about because last time I read this was in February. I'm curious to see if there's any changes from when it was self-published originally to it being republished by Tor. And then there's also like a bonus story at the end that I haven't read yet. So I'm excited to read that. I loved this book so much. I know when I read this originally, it felt like something that I would reread all the time. Also, I just love that it's blurbed by Seanan McGuire, and like all the little artwork that's inside here, like there's all these little cute little pictures. I don't know if the like original self-published version had them. I never had that one, but like there's just like cute little symbols and artwork in here. In case you don't know what this book is about, it follows this orc barbarian who decides she wants to retire from the barbarian business and open up a coffee shop in this like little town. Nobody there has ever heard of coffee. It's kind of like a new thing. So everyone is like very confused about what this is, what this bean water is. And it's literally just about her like opening up this little business and trying to make it successful. And it is so cute. So yeah, I have the audiobook for this, which is the only way that I would read it because the author, Travis Baldree, is an audiobook narrator and he does a great job. So I just downloaded that. Ooh. And I'm going to start it during this sprint that we're doing.
Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. Narrated for you by Travis Baldree.
Welcome back, everyone. How'd y'all do during that sprint? I'm almost done. I'm on page 200, so I have like 50 pages left. So I'm definitely gonna finish this in our next sprint, and it's gonna be 5 stars again. I just keep saying this over and over. This book is amazing. It's the best thing ever. I love it so much. For Legends and Lattes, I prefer this cover. The UK cover is cute, but this one is just like iconic to me, and this was what made me want to read the book before it came out. I think Seanan McGuire like retweeted the cover of this, and that was how I saw it, and then I pre-ordered it, and the cover is just like so cute and eye-catching to me. I love it. I finished Legends and Lattes, and we're done with our sprints. We sprinted for like 4 hours, and this was just as good the second time, if not even better. Oh, I just love it so much. I love this world and these characters. It is so cozy and cute and amazing. While we were on Sprints, I noticed that on the back cover, it has my favorite character, Thimble, who is like this little mouse character that bakes pastries. Oh my god, I love him. But now I'm gonna take a little break from reading before I read that like bonus short story that's in the back, and I'm gonna go get dinner. I think I'm gonna get fried chicken and mac and cheese from this chicken place by me that's so good. And then I'm gonna watch a Christmas movie with my friend. I think we're gonna watch, what was it called? The Noel Diary, something like that. It's like a new movie that just came out on Netflix. It looks good. And then afterwards I will read that little like bonus story. Here's what the chicken sandwich looks like. So good. And then some sauce, some mac and cheese. Oh my god, I am so hungry.
Christmas is almost here. And after that day, I know my life will never be the same.
Time to set some cozy vibes. So let's turn this on. No, let's do that one. Whoop. Cozy fireplace ambiance YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Okay. I like this one. I play that one a lot. Ooh. Harry Potter Christmas. Yeah, let's just do that first one that I always do. But I think I need to start it over. Let me rewind it, start it from the beginning. It's a 12-hour video and I have this going like all the time, just throughout the day. So now I am going to be starting The Seventh Bride by T. Kingfisher. This was actually, I think this was the first T. Kingfisher book I ever bought before I had read any of her books. And it's also one that I've never heard anybody talk about, like of all of her books. I've never heard anyone talk about this, so I don't even remember what it's about. It says, young Rhea is a miller's daughter of low birth, so she is understandably surprised when a mysterious nobleman, Lord Craven, shows up on her doorstep and proposes marriage. Lord Craven demands that Rhea visit his remote manor before their wedding. Upon arrival, she discovers not only was her betrothed married 6 times before, but his previous wives were all imprisoned in his enchanted castle. Lord Craven gives Rhea a series of magical tasks to complete, with time running out and each task more dangerous and bizarre than the last. Rhea must use her resourcefulness, compassion, and bravery to rally the other wives and defeat the sorcerer before he binds her to him forever. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Why have I saved this for so long and not read it? Amazing. Okay, yeah, I'm starting this. I'm so excited. This is my 5-star prediction solely because it's T. Kingfisher. But now I'm like even more excited knowing what it's about. But also I wanted to show you these Legends and Lattes stickers that I got. So freaking cute. I'm obsessed. Just like, look at them. Oh my god. Look at Thimble. Oh my god, all of the thimbles. These are so cute. I think I might put these on my Kindle, but I also don't want to use them. Like, they're too precious. These are amazing. I'm gonna get ready for bed. Nobody talk about the fact that there's a mattress in my bathroom, okay? I got a new mattress and I need help to get rid of the old mattress because it's too heavy for me to deal with. So it's just chilling in my bathroom. When I told y'all that my entire apartment is chaos, I literally meant mattress in my bathroom chaos. Anyways, so far, today's been successful. I'm halfway into The Seventh Bride. We'll talk about it in the morning. Finished Legends and Lattes. Finished Even Though I Knew the End. The movie The Noel Diary was cute. Super cute Christmas movie. Now I'm gonna take off my makeup and watch New Girl until I fall asleep. So it's now the second day of my little weekend readathon, and this morning I had to go get another Starbucks. I don't actually drink Starbucks that okay. I was about to say that often, but maybe like once a week. Once a week I'll go to Starbucks. So 2 days in a row was like a treat for me. But I figured, you know what? I'm trying to have a cozy weekend, and you cannot have a cozy weekend without Starbucks. So this morning I've just been sitting here reading The Seventh Bride, and I finished it and I really liked it. It has like the very typical T. Kingfisher style of writing where it's like whimsical and kind of silly and funny, but also has like some very horrific moments. There were some things in here that I was like, let me not think about that too hard because I'm gonna get freaked out. I've always said this, but she just has an amazing ability to blend cozy and horror and make it feel so like balanced and perfect. This is not a horror book, but there were some like slight horror elements to it with this sorcerer and the things that he did to his past wives. I definitely think this had like more of a YA vibe to it. The main character is 15, so she was obviously like very young, and that I listened to it on audio and the narrator was narrating it in more of a young way, but I really loved it. I would say this kind of feels like if you combine Uprooted by Naomi Novik and then Over the Woodward Wall, it would be this book. Also, like one of my favorite things about T. Kingfisher that so far every single one of her books has had, and that is a very cute animal companion character. And in this one, it was a hedgehog who was helping and protecting the main character, and it was so cute. I think I'm gonna be giving it 4 stars. This was my 5-star prediction, so not exactly 5 stars. I feel like I'm just kind of comparing it to my like actual 5 stars from T. Kingfisher, which are The Hollow Places, Nettle and Bone, and Sword Heart, and those are like perfect books. This wasn't necessarily that level for me, but I still really loved it. And it's interesting, I think this was one of her earlier books because in the front where it lists everything else that she's written as T. Kingfisher, she'd only written 3 books. So I feel like I almost could see like hints to her later books in this one. Like I can almost see like where she maybe got ideas for things or was kind of like experimenting with different ideas and themes, especially for like The Hollow Places and Nettle and Bone. There were certain elements in here that I feel like she took and like expanded on in those books. So it was, I don't know, it was kind of interesting. I love going back and reading authors that I love their first books and kind of seeing maybe where they got some ideas for their later books. I feel like that's really fun and they're like little Easter eggs. So yeah, great read. Really enjoyed this. So next I'm going to be reading the Melanie Harlow book. I forget what the title is, but it's the second book in the Cloverfield Farm series. I read the first book, Irresistible, a long time, like years ago, I think in one of my Kindle Unlimited vlogs, and I really loved it. That one was an age gap single dad nanny romance, and it was so good. But I never continued that series because I wasn't super into small town romances, but lately I've been getting into the small town romances. I think it's partly because, like I mentioned, I'm moving in January and I'm actually moving to kind of a small town, or at least it's a town that has those like small town Stars Hollow vibes. So I'm getting in the small town spirit, and I've been wanting to read all of the small town romances, and I remembered that I really liked this book. And also one of my patrons, Mel, loves this series and like recommends it all the time. So I'm going to be continuing with book 2 and maybe binging the series at some point in the next couple of months. I'm gonna be doing more reading sprints in a couple hours, so I think I'll be able to at least start this book and get a little bit into it before we go on sprints. I actually forgot last night, I didn't go back and read the little bonus story in Legends and Lattes, so I'm gonna do that quickly right now. It's only like 30 pages, so I should be able to read it pretty quick. Like I said, I don't even really know what this one is about or who it's following, but it says that it's a prequel story, so it takes place before Legends and Lattes. Okay, that was so cute. So basically it's about Viv, the main character. She's on a job with her crew. There's like a bounty out on this person and they're trying to catch them. And then she comes across this amazing smell that leads her to a cafe, and that is how she discovers coffee. I loved that. All right, so I'm about to go on my sprints, and I am like 20% into Undeniable by Melanie Harlow. Oh my God, I am loving it. It's like friends to lovers to enemies to lovers. The drama, the mess. I'm eating it up. I just finished Undeniable by Melanie Harlow. I really loved it. I don't think I said fully what the plot is. Basically, it's like the couple, they have been friends ever since they were born. Their mothers are best friends, and they were born like on the same day, or like in the same week, so they've always been very close. And they had this like friendship when they were kids where like they would always dare each other to do things, and they were always trying to like one up each other, and they were like very competitive. And then when they were in college, they hooked up on a dare, and like the dares just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then at some point he did something mean to the main character and like broke her heart, and she never forgave him, and they haven't like seen each other in a really long time. But now he has come back around because he wants her to partner up with him in this business that he's doing, opening up a distillery, which is something she's always dreamed of doing, and she doesn't have the money to do it on her own, so she needs his help to do it. So they have to be like business partners, but he also has this like secret agenda where he's like trying to get her back because he is like so in love with her. I really, really liked it. I don't think I'm gonna give it 5 stars though. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars because he frustrated me a lot. He did some mean things and made some really dumb decisions, but I really liked it. And I think I'm gonna binge this series now. I read the first book years ago and then just never continued it, but I had given the first book 5 stars. And now I really liked this one. And it's a very long series, and they're all like small town romances. So yeah, that was the last book from my TBR. I completed my whole TBR, which was amazing. This was such a great weekend. I read a lot of really good things. I think I gave everything 4 or 5 stars. Very successful. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this vlog. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you in our next video. Bye.